Shelby, you guys were trailing 17-11, I believe, in the first quarter. You guys going on a 20-2 run. Just talk about the adjustments you guys made.
I think that was a change in intensity, first of all, but also, we started off on defense, and our defensive stops got us on the offensive run. I think that gave us a little bit of momentum, and then people also started knocking down shots, so I think that was really important.
Okay, you guys struggled a little bit from long range early. Obviously, that's a big part of your guys' offense. What did you guys do, I guess, to kind of make up for that, finding that success inside?
It is something we struggled with early on, but it's not ever something we lose confidence in. I think when you've proven it, not only in the games, but every day in practice, we know we have shooters. We know that Shelby's going to knock them down. So it's just something that even if we're struggling from the arc, we're not ever going to stop shooting them.
How key was that starting out that second quarter with the first 10 points?
Huge. It's always coming out of any dead ball, any timeout. It's always a big momentum shift. Whoever comes out and is focused for the first few minutes is gonna get a lot of the momentum.
And Shelby, you guys struggled a little bit there from long range. You guys held them, I think, 28% shooting in the first half. Talk about that defensive effort and how that helped you build that lead.
I think obviously that was huge, but I think it was communication mostly. Our leaders like Paige and Mac and Hayden, they really enforce it during practice, and so it kind of carries over to games. But they were really telling us in the huddles, hey, you have to call switch. You have to know what you're doing to be able to play on the court, and I think that really helped us on the offensive end.
And Michaela there late, I think they cut the lead to 52-50. You guys stayed with it, though. It didn't look like you guys wavered at all. They went down, were chucking up shots early in the shot clock. You guys were getting those boards, getting fast break points the other way to help you extend that lead back out. Just talk about that moment in the game and what you think it meant being able to stay true in that offense.
We were struggling a little bit in transition with our defense. They were kicking it out and beating us down the floor, so we were having to make a little bit of a mental shift in that aspect. I think, you're going to have a lot of ups and downs in the conference. We've talked about over and over how good every single team is, so you're absolutely going to have roller coasters, and you're going to have 10-point swings both ways, and it's just going to be who stays focused and who keeps doing the things that have gotten you to that point.
Hey, Michaela, I know Hayes kind of coming in with a lot of motivation. Obviously, they got beat by Missouri Southern, so you guys kind of knew that they were going to play with some intensity. How did you guys feel coming into the game?
I think pretty confident. We preach about never too high, never too low. So every team that comes in here is going to want to beat us, and when we're on the road, we're going to want to go in and upset teams at their places. So it's going to be competitive every night, and that's why we play. That's why we love it. So we're ready.
Shelby, talk about your fourth quarter performance. I know you knocked down like a three and then right away another short range jumper. So what was just you coming off the bench and giving your team that spark down the stretch?
Well, I'm glad I was able to do it, but that is all the passing. That's Paige and Hayden and Michaela seeing the open floor and seeing the spaces, driving, making two people collapse and passing it off. That's just us sharing the ball, and I think that's really important for us to keep doing. So
your offense rolling the way it is, and being able to answer them when they went through that 2-minute stretch there in the fourth where they couldn't do anything to fall. You guys were getting a lot of shots to fall. How key was that, and how nice is it to have an offense that you guys aren't really falling into those walls right now?
That's very important, obviously, but I think we started getting defensive rebounds. Michaela had 9. We had people, I think Elena had 8. So, those are all people contributing, and we were pushing the ball really well down the floor, but to hold them, to make them miss shots and for us to rebound and then go down to the other end and capitalize on that was huge.
Okay, how big is it, I guess, offensively to know that you can have any number of players step up on the
Yeah, I was just looking at that. We had 5 girls with double-digit points. When you have the points distributed like that, it just makes you that much harder to guard. A team's not focusing their scout on just stopping one person, and that just, that changes the game, because when you have to lock in and just stop one player, I think it makes the job a little easier in some aspects. So it's huge that you never know who it's going to be on any given night. It's going to step up. Shelby did a great job tonight. Maddie did her thing and killed it on the rebounds. It's just a team game, and we're playing really well right now.
You guys are 9-0 in the season now, got a number 4 ranking. Obviously, you guys are taking this one game at a time. Just talk about, as the season progresses, what you guys are wanting to improve upon.
We have already discussed the fact we will be watching film on Monday, and there's a lot of things that I think we're going to have to wear a tough skin when we go in there, because there's a lot of things we did defensively tonight that we're going to be exposed on film. In the heat of the game and in the heat of the moment, you don't realize all the little things that you need to do and improve on. So just watching film, just diving in and